Wisconsin to get in the show? Or?
No, we did not get South Beloit.
Okay,
right.
hey, we're still here on.
How about from the Sun
We're
Belt?
still here we're still here on YouTube Live, and I kind of want to explain this to people because we are cooking and everything like that. But
I think they're done.
this is kind of like for Dan. Like Dan's got he's like the. Would you say the godfather of all this stuff?
Yes.
He
man.
started
easily.
this nonsense way back in the day. I don't know if he claims me, he shouldn't, but like this is like one big like you've worked with or we've interned for you, all of us at one time or another. Yeah. Does that make you feel old?
It does. Like it's happened to me. Just in the last 3 or 4 months, I've had some people who work for FCA. There's a young lady who's an area rep. She said I got to spend some time with a bunch of staff on a retreat. And, she said, hey, there's just something, about you, and we connect so well. So I thought I was good. You remind me of my father. It's like my grandfather is what she said. So like, whoa. Yeah, I'm the big 6'0". I'll be 61 here pretty soon.
You know what? But we said it a little bit on air, but I started interning. Gosh, we found some of that stuff one time, and it's just
so good.
brutal. Yeah, he found some college stuff and puts it on Facebook.
That's what we do now.
You're never safe.
I haven't talked to him since then, but we talk. I was talking to my wife before we came in today, and I used to spend more time with you than her when we were first married. My wife and I married.
She was happy about
that. She was thrilled because
You wish,
we
but-
spent Saturdays and every weekends because we were running around to the same events, doing the same stuff. And he was the first guy that taught me hey, we're competitors, blah blah blah, but if he's out of a battery, give him a battery. If he's out of a tape, give him a tape. Help each other out because we're on this crazy thing together.
What's a tape?
Yeah, exactly.
Not anymore.
Wow.
Not anymore.
And
Cards.
I was happy to get this guy over at WQAD because he has that same mindset, and I know Dan. I mean, he's like you said, he's the reason.
Yeah.
He's to blame.
He's to blame for this monster that's been created.
Come
But
this way.
it's been fun though. When you started doing the highlights and things like that, and then people kind of take it over and evolve it, and it's got to be fun for you to see how it's evolved over the years.
It is, and I worked in Peoria, they said no, and I worked in Springfield, they said no. So you got to have the support. It's like there's 800 people over there. So you get a great support from this family that you have.
But you've learned, we've learned, that when they say no, you just kind of figure out a way to do it anyway.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
weren't we? You can get sneaky and say, I think there's a house fire somewhere.
Yeah.
It was here last week, but there's not. There's a game in Wapello or something that you're going to hit instead of the fire was already put out or something.
No,
So,
absolutely.
but you get creative and it's worth it because it energizes people. And what I love is what you guys do is some of the heroes aren't the ones going 83 yards. It's the kids that are up in the stands and they see themselves, and then Monday morning they're a hero too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's great. Encouraging kids.
And it's something that we talk about a lot. There's not a lot of markets are like this. Jim Matson does a great job in Peoria and all that kind of stuff. Chris Dewar does awesome in Quincy, but it's this market is special, and the reason we do it is because we'll go out on a Saturday when we're tired. What did you used to call it when we get up on Saturdays? We'd be over the Saturday. A hangover or whatever. It was just you had to get
I
up
never
the
used
next
that
day.
term.
I don't
actually.
think you used that. I know you didn't use that one, but you know what it meant. You get up the next day after a Friday.
He can't say what he used to call it.
What did you call it?
All I know is here are your scripts, Mr. Randaz. So when I would shoot and edit for you.
You go out on a Saturday to continue to cover sports, and you would
one
see
day.
somebody.
You
would see somebody from the night before, and they would say, "Hey, thank you so much for this, thank you so much for that." And it makes a difference. It makes an impact on what you're kind of doing. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's all about relationships, and I find that not only in broadcasting, but in FCA as well. And now being a grandparent, and one of these days I'm going to learn all my grandchildren's names too. But it's kind of thank you.
Hold on, there's 6 of them. There's 6 of them. Can you name them?
I can. Yeah.
Obviously you can, but we'll give them a shot.
Well, 2 of them have my name. It's my actual name is
Pearson?
Sparky, but no, but got a middle name Dan and a Joseph, and a Joseph is my middle name too.
Yeah.
So it's just great. We got 5 boys and 1 girl, and they're all very sporty.
That
and
girl has
loving.
to be just a spoiled little princess.
Well, we had a boy come along here this last year. And she was very disappointed. I'm like, "What's your problem? You're the princess,
Yes,
They love on her, and it's really good. And she's got a great toughness about her too.
Yeah, I bet.
It's so much fun doing that. I never, when I was just getting in the business, I was going to get the ESPN. I wasn't going to get married. I wasn't going to have kids, and I was married by 22 and had our first daughter at 23. And that's what the great thing about life is. God's got a plan for that, and He had a plan. When I was in broadcasting, and now I'm building friendships with you and bringing stock in. I remember when stock interned and his internship was over. What do you want to do with this? And he said, "Well, I'm a history major." It's why are you interning at a TV station in the sport? And aren't we thankful? He's become he's the king of media.
Oh, I'm not the king.
In the Quad Cities, but
I'm a
this
court
treasure
jester.
chest has some
The
fool's
best,
gold in it. But,
the best thing you said on the score tonight was when you said you deleted stacking scores because I feel that. I know that.
That's stress level.
I would come back in and be like, well, the reason we didn't get everything done is because you wasted 17 seconds with 2 games that are in our viewing area. So
yeah, some of the classics were like if West would beat Central 70-60. The Falcons outscored the Blue Devils 10-8 in the fourth quarter. That's not a stat.
But the one thing
I commend you.
The one thing I've always appreciated about what you do outside of the broadcasting and the lives you touch is the family aspect. It didn't matter on Friday nights. Everybody that shot with you over the years, everybody you've met, it was like family, and you kind of carry that on, which is just an aspect I've always really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Whether your kids were with you, and now the best intern ever follows you around on Friday nights.
That's right. Then we call it date night.
Date night.
So I wish you would have been here tonight. He didn't have to buy her a dinner.
He taught me that a long time ago when I would bring Jen along. When he'd be like, "This is date night. This is the easiest way to do it." And all that. And that's like all those guys. They don't hate us. They like us, kind of. Maybe.
There's some eyes being rolled.
Not Jerry tonight does not like me, but that's a whole.
Do you approve their overtime too?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna feed them.
You'll get a comp day.
They're not getting hours. They're just lurking for food, Dan. They're like, "Shut up, Randazzo. I really want a burger."
Well, it's one of my old bosses said you get paid in other ways, Dan. Free T-shirts. So you pay the heat bill very much.
Well, I know that Jeff Jackson is in our booth. We want to thank him for one, being a great director, but letting us do this a little bit longer on YouTube Live. We got morning sports to do. So thank you so much for watching. We want to thank Dan for being here.
You.
A great guest griller. We didn't burn the place down. Next week we'll have a new guest griller. I'm not going to say who it is yet because I'll make sure I get it all confirmed. Plus, but it'll be a lot of fun. So thanks so much for watching. Week 3 is in the books. We'll get ready for week 4 next week.